Now, as all Texans are aware, not all barbecue is created equal. Now, if we're just talking sort of purely about America, there is Texas barbecue and then there's other barbecue. And this is just my personal opinion, okay? You don't have to come at me. But like, there are other barbecues out there, but for me, there's too much sauce or barbecue sauce. So maybe it's all just pork. And I'm sorry, but no, I want my brisket and I want my sausage and I want my turkey and I want my everything. I want my smoked Texas barbecue. It's something intrinsically Texan. They're very proud of it, but it can lead to miscommunications, especially once you leave the country of America. For example, when I first met my now wife, but she was just a friend of mine, we were modeling in Singapore, and I invited her over to meet my parents and have dinner at my parents' house for the first time. I mean, I knew I liked her, but at that time we were just friends. Anyway, I said, come over to my place, we're having a barbecue. And so the Texan inside her is feeling kind of homesick. She's on the other side of the country, like planet, sorry. And she's like, oh man, that'll be great. I can have some barbecue. And so she's all excited to come and turn up and get some barbecue. And she rocks up. And what are we doing? We're grilling because that's what Brits call grilling. It's calling having a barbecue. And so she rocks up and it's like, oh, we're making gremolata chicken and there's these Chinese spare ribs and these baked potatoes and stuff like that. So of course she's like a little deflated inside. So, oh, I'm not going to have that little taste of home that I was thinking is, oh, wow, we're all speaking the same language, but we're saying different things. It was kind of interesting. But there's another thing I remember about that, and I have mentioned this before, but it's like, so I kind of like, the memory of this time makes more sense the longer I know her, because there was this initial deflation that I couldn't put my finger on until I learned about Texas barbecue. But the other thing was, for the first 5 minutes of dinner, she didn't eat. She was just watching everybody else, watching my mum and dad, and she's watching me, and she's sitting there quietly. And I was kind of like, what's she doing? And it was only, again, many years later that it comes out that she was watching us and how we eat, because we were eating the British way. So we're like holding our forks upside down and we're pushing the food onto the fork with our knife and we're eating it very daintily. And so she was watching this and she was absorbing it. She was absorbing this other culture and respecting this other culture, which I guess leads me to my other point, which is, as someone who's basically been an immigrant his entire life, I've lived most of my life in countries where I am not the citizen of. And I've always said that when you go to another place, you have to assimilate. Don't move to a place and try and force your culture on other people. If you've moved to this place or this part of the world or this country, learn about that place, learn about how they do their things, and then get on board. I mean, literally, I'm wearing a Shadowbot hat and adopted Texan t-shirt. So you can see that I have definitely tried to lean into learning and understanding Texas. But I guess I just had a funny memory talking about barbecue, but the conclusion of it is, whenever you go to a place, you should learn from the people, because they'll teach you something you might not know.